guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna talk about Zach Stacy and this whole situation he got going on with his girlfriend. But I'm gonna give a different perspective of the video. I'm really not gonna talk about like their situation in general, but what I think could be the root of situations like this. So if you don't know, just to give a little background, he basically was caught on video, which if you look at this video got about 10 different angles. Like, he knew it was cameras in there. You can see other cameras within the video. Yeah, I ain't even gonna get into the politics of this video, but this is the video. I'm not gonna play all of it. But basically, that's what it looked like. He was, beaten up in the video, and he pushed her into the TV. He about slapped her and everything else. But yeah, so that's what he did. Then he left. He did all that and left. So yeah, he basically beat her up and all that good stuff. Now, what I want to talk about within the situation is, do this or do this not look like the adult version of what some parents do to their children, which is corporal punishment. I feel like, childhood trauma. I'm not making excuses for this man, etc., etc. I'm just saying this could be the possibility of a root of these type of situations, not just his situation, because this is very common. So, childhood trauma, corporal punishment. When parents whoop their kids, beat their kids, hit their kids, throwing shoes at their kids. I know some parents I've heard of stories where parents use extension cords and switches off the tree, like making the kid go get the switch off the tree and beat them with it. All this different type of stuff. Corporal punishment, physical abuse, and mental abuse together. I feel like this situation with him is the adult version of it. And I think that when kids are programmed to every time they do something wrong, there is a consequence, and the consequence being physical and mental abuse, which is, parents or whoever the guardian is calling them names because they are upset that they did something incorrectly, or, the guardian putting hands on them because they feel like, like I hear things like, if I don't teach them now, the system gonna teach them. If I don't do it now, they can end up this way. Well, to me, I feel like a lot of parents and adults in general just do not know how to communicate effectively with children, because to get through to children, you do not have to put hands on them. I've been around kids for forever. I've engaged with all kids from all walks of life, and I ain't never had to put hands on no kid to get through to them. Just because you got to repeat yourself over and over and over don't mean they're not hearing you, they're not listening. Sometimes you just got to do that. Like, in order to get somebody in a cycle, you got to keep telling them over and over and over. So, let me just break it down before I start going all over the place. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say, make sure you head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. I have t-shirts, Protect Your Energy t-shirts, It's the Melanin t-shirts, and my FreeDome Apparel logo t-shirts, and many more. I also have fanny packs, and I also have masks to match the t-shirts. If you find anything interesting, the link will be in the description box below. So, let's get right back into the video. Growing up, starting as a child, as soon as you do something wrong, if you getting popped, hit, yelled at, called anything but your name, that's all a form of mental or physical abuse to me. If the child is being taught, if they do something wrong and they got fear in their body instantly because they did something wrong, to me, that's all trauma that guardians are instilling inside their child. Like if a kid drop a plate and it break, and then you have some parents that get the cussing and you need to watch what you're doing. You always doing something. Sit down somewhere. Da 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 da. Instead of telling the kid, oh, it's okay. Let's work through this. Let's figure out, how we won't do this, how this can't happen again, or it might happen again, but it's okay. It's just a plate. Like when kids make mistakes, it's like guardians, parents, whatever you want to call them, they go to the extreme. Oh my God. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, it's not that serious. It's just a play. No, they need to learn that. Da-da-da. Like if yelling and screaming and hitting on kids is how y'all feel like the kids learn, I'm here to tell you it ain't. Like I hear people say, I turned out fine. No, some of y'all probably have some inner issues that stem from your childhood and the punishments that you receive. You just don't know that's where it came from. I'm not saying everybody, just some people. So let's just look at it. And even when it comes to fighting everything, let's just go with it. So when a kid get in trouble and they're told, and they get punished, right? Every time they could do something, even when you do something at school or something, you get fear inside you, and you shouldn't fear parents, guardians, anything. If you do something, it should be like, oh, okay, let me keep thinking and let me figure out, how not to do this again, or why I shouldn't do this again. Like why, like think about what I'm doing, not oh my God, now I'm in trouble, but you never even realize why you did it in the first place. So if you just keep going year after year after year, when you get older, you're going to have that same mindset. If somebody do something you don't like, you're going to go to physical or mental abuse, because that's all you know when it comes to when somebody do something you don't like. Because for adults, that's when kids get in trouble, when they do something that the adult deem incorrect. No matter how much details to the story they have, etc., etc. If you do something the adult don't like, then the child suffers the consequences. When they become an adult, now another adult is doing something, or their kid is doing something they don't like, they resort to the same thing they've been doing their whole life, which is emotional and physical abuse, that's exactly what fighting is. When you go fight somebody, you fighting them and hitting them, physical and mental abuse, because you don't like what they said. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say to head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. We got our new hoodies out now. It's about to get cold outside, so go ahead and grab you a hoodie. We also have t-shirts. It's the Melanin t-shirts, FreeDome logo Apparel t-shirts. I have my Ancestor t-shirts. So if you see something you like, head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. Now let's get back into the video. So I think that this is learned behavior. I think that this is generational trauma, learned behavior, narratives that keep us going because of the way that kids are being taught to handle situations that guardians or parents deem incorrect. I feel like it's time to switch the mindset in the children on the way to handle things. So I want to talk about this down in the comments because I brought this up to somebody else before, and I really feel like this is like what the root of some of the issues, because not only that, sometimes kids see abuse in the household. They see, other adults hitting on the kids, hitting on, other adults, and they think, oh, that's okay because mama and daddy doing it. This is okay, because kids are sponges. Whatever you do, they do. They pick up on everything. So year after year after year, because grown adults ain't nothing. I mean, they ain't nothing but big kids, basically. A lot of them. A lot of them are still mentally children. A lot of them. So I want to talk about this in the comments. Do y'all think that corporal punishment could be the root of a lot of domestic violence? Because when parents beat their kids, they look at it as, oh, they teaching them the right way to do things. But when adults do the same things to other adults, they look at it as the evil person who ain't got no sense, something wrong with them. But they don't say something wrong with them parents when they be getting them belts out and hitting on them children. For some kind of reason, they deem that as okay. But when adults do it to adults, all of a sudden, it's something wrong with them. They crazy. They need to be thrown under the jail. I see people saying he need to be thrown under the jail for what he did. Right? Now, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying in general. Do y'all think that this could be the root of the issue? Because don't forget that the children Children come through the mother, through a portal, through the mother. They're not from the mother. They come through the mother into this world, into this dimension, into this light. Because before they get here, they're in complete darkness. When they're in the mother's womb, they're in complete darkness. It's not until they come into this light where they start hollering and crying. But that's a different story. That's a little deeper aspect of it. But we're going to stay surface level. Do y'all think that? Let's talk about it in the comments. That's all I got to say about it. I'm out.